Friends, it's Lori. Welcome back to The Generous Poor, where we're saving smarter, spending intentionally, and pouring into a life we love. Today is January week number 2, cash stuffing, and I just want to let a little sigh out. The sun is finally out, snow is melting, and it's not quite as cold, and it feels like one of those quiet moments of transition. Still winter, still very much a season of wintering, but softer, more settled. And honestly, that's exactly how I'm feeling about my money right now. Last week was about stabilizing, getting through. We had a hiccup at the end of December, and this week feels more like building again without rushing it. No panic, no overcorrecting, just calm, consistent decisions, which is where real progress actually happens. So first, let's unstuff my wallet. And for the month of December, during the holidays, I was using my overflow binder and just taking money out of my categories as I needed them and then putting them into my cash envelopes into whatever wallet I was in at that moment. It was easier and it just helped me. Your system should work for you and not the other way around. And so, if cash, pulling all of the envelopes out and keeping them in your wallet isn't working for the moment that you're in, which wasn't for me, tweak it. Do little, things. I stuffed this, and then as I knew I was going someplace, I moved that cash into the wallet I was carrying, and it worked. It worked for me in that moment. So let's unstuff our wallet. Let me grab my budget binder, and I like to keep track of everything that I am spending because I always forget. There's a moment where I'm like, oh, I don't even remember that, and you're like, oh, your tracking doesn't lie, So I have $2 left in groceries. I reduced this category, and although this 250 is difficult, I made it work, but it's hard. This might have to come back up. I do cook for a house with 8 girls in it, and I cook their dinners, and so that money does come out of that as well. So spending, I have 10, 25, 26, 27, 28. So I have 28 left over in spending. So we had 75 minus 28. So that means we spent 47. And I probably have this much left is because I was super sick for a few days and I didn't even get out of my bed. I was over winter. I was watching all these YouTube channels and everyone's like, I'm so sick. I'm so sick. And I was like, oh, I hope I don't get any of that. And boom, the new year started and all of a sudden one day it happened that fast. One day I was feeling good and the next minute I wasn't. So home, I spent 44, I have $6 left. Out and about, I spent 70 and I have $5 left. We did go into the city on Sunday and visit with my son and treated them to dinner. So that's what that money's for. Pearl, we have 0. Generosity, we also have 0. I really love to, oops, that's in the wrong spot. I really love to spend everything that's in those categories. And then buffer, I didn't spend anything from buffer, which is probably the first time I haven't spent from buffer in months. But I'm not going to roll that over. So I'm just going to put 25 here, but I'm not rolling that money over. So, and then that's it. That's it for my, actually, let me grab my envelopes because this week I'm going to be stuffing my envelopes. So let's put that right there. I will close this up. And let's see what we should have left over. So we have 2 plus 28 plus 6 plus 5. So we should have 41, 20, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So we have 41 going into games at the end, which is right. So that's perfect. And then I'm going to get my cash planning sheet out. I worked on this yesterday with my budget with me. And I'm going to put this off to the side so I know what I'm going to be stuffing. And let's grab our cash. So here is my cash. And we should have $1,075 in cash. Let me grab some of this, quick sort. I should automatically, as soon as I press record, I should put this on my fingers, but I don't. So 1, 2, 3. So we have $300 in hundreds. And then we have 350. So that is right. So 1,175 because I already put 150 into my 2026 binder, which feeds my emergency fund, my home maintenance, and my month ahead. And then I put 140 into my games binder because it has ones and different things like that. So I already separated that. 140 into my games binder, which feeds into my sinking funds, and then $50 into my travel binder. So we are cash stuffing $1,515 this week. So that is right. Whew, love it when it works out, because sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to grab my overflow binder just because there are some things that go straight into here and don't go into my cash envelopes. So groceries this week is going to get 250. So it's going to get 200, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And with this, I like to play, let me grab my binder. With my grocery money, I like to play the weekly spinner. And I'm actually thinking about changing this out because I would like larger denominations. So we're going to put in 8. And so let's put this off to the side. So we're going to do 2 5s, 6, 8. So we'll put that in here. And this gets played at the end in my games. So we'll put this off. We'll just put this off right here. So we have 2, 20, 30, 42. So 242 I have for this week. And then I'll put this off to the side. And then my personal, I like to do 50, 60, 75. And I like to play the primary challenge, Budget with Ira. And let's see if that's close. And it's a blue, so we're going to put in $5 this week. So this one has 5 already. I'm going to swap that out and I'll put a 10 in. I kind of cash condense as I go. I've never really done a cash condensing. So now this one has $10. So we have $50, $60, $70 for the week in our spending. This is just an extra way to save a little bit of money. $5 here, $5 there. It all works out. Every little bit counts. So household is getting 50 for the week, but I might be reducing this to 25 now that my kids are back at their apartments. My youngest goes back to college this week, well, on Sunday. And so I'm not going to be needing that much. So we got 50, 60, 75. And with this one, I like to play the 52-week flip. And that is right here. And this is from Studio Budgets. And this, again, let's go like this. It's going to say 5. So we'll put $5 back here because that also gets played with money at the end. And so for Out and About, we have $70. And this Out and About category is Out and About. Everything that I do that's Out and About. Coffee, dining out, date night, all of it. So now we're going to close that up. And Generosity is going to get 10. We've got 10 going into Generosity, and Buffer is going to get 25. And that is going to do it for my wallet envelopes. And I'm going to actually keep Pearl. Where is Pearl? Groceries, household, Out and About, Generosity, and Buffer. Where is Pearl? Oh, I don't have Pearl in here anymore. That's right. So Pearl just gets stuffed in here. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, where is she? So she just stays in here because I usually spend that on my credit card, and so I like to keep that in here. And so I'm going to keep my Buffer. I'm going to keep Generosity, Out and About. Household will stay in here. Groceries and spending, so this will stay in my overflow binder until I need it. And then these 4 categories will go into my wallet because I spend from these pretty often. And so I'm going to put these in here. And that is going to do it for my wallet. I love when my wallet's filled. I love it. It's like my favorite thing. It's like, you know, just, I want to say this clearly, especially if you're new here. Leftover money is not a problem. It's information. It shows us what worked, what didn't, and what our life actually looked like. Some weeks there's more, some weeks there's less. And right now, that's what's, you know, those numbers tell a story and you adjust from that point. But man, when you reset at the end of the week and you refill your wallet, it's like a fresh start. It's a fresh start to make better decisions or informed decisions, honestly. You know, just you have more information to make a more informed decision. So that's check-ins for me are if I say anything to you or you take anything from my videos, I've said this before, is tracking and checking in with yourself every single week is one of the best self-care things you can do for your budget and your family. It's just, you know, not thinking about it doesn't change the situation, but when you can kind of look at those numbers, sometimes you can see it's not as bad as you thought, or you can tweak things and move things around. So anyway, off my soapbox. It's you know, this is supporting the future me. There's something really calming about knowing that even in a rebuilding season, which is my rebuilding of my emergency fund and my 1 month ahead, I'm still moving forward. Even if it's slow, forward progress is progress. So let's get into our binders. Let's get into our binders. So this is my high priority binder, and this is my month ahead, and we are going to grab that. I did not fill my trackers out yet, and I will go through those at the end. But this is my month ahead. So each category is going to get, so month ahead is getting $125, but there are 5 categories. So there's, I'm going to lay these out, and then we're going to go, each one gets 25. So transportation, let's put this money off to the side. I'm going to put this right here. So transportation, and in my transportation category, so what it is each category here gets $25, and as the categories fully fund, I will move that and snowball that money into the next one. So we have, I'm going to put it in here because now we have fully funded. Let's do this. Let me grab, there's like certain markers that I like and certain markers that I don't like. Do you guys have favorite markers? Okay, so what's today? Let me grab my, so today is the 9th. So 1/9, I'm going to add 25, and now this one has $50. So my parking is fully funded because I have $50 in here. And within each category, so now I have $50 in here, and that is going to fully fund parking. And now I move on to my other 2 in this one. And so now we have $50. So we should be able to do 7 of these. Let's find the marker that I use. Is that it? Maybe. So we're going to do 3 of these because we can do, no, we're going to do 4. No, wait a minute. No, that's right. 7, 14. Yeah, that's right. So, is that right? 7 times 7? Yes. So we have 4 cars done. And so when we get to that is when this will be fully funded. Okay, so now we have 25 going into this one. And it looks like subscriptions is now, nope, it's not fully funded. It needs $50 more, but subscriptions is going to get this 25. And we'll put this one back in here. And this one will be able to do 3. So there you go. This just helps me keep track of everything that I have. So this one is going to get 25. This is my buffer category. And buffer, whoops, 25. And now this one has 50, like that. And buffer gets 3 more dots because it has 50. Each one of these is worth 10. Food and household, we are working on, household products. And this one is going to get, so that one has 50, so we're working on 50. So we're going to put 50 in here. So each category has a subcategory. And then, so each category, so 50 divided by 15 is 3. So I can do 3 of these baskets. Okay, so that one's done. And then housing. I mean, housing's a hard one because housing's so much money. Okay, so this one's fully funded, propane for 20. So we're going to be working on septic, my nemesis septic. So we're going to add 25. So this one now has 30. And housing now, because we have 50, we can do 1 house. Because last week, every week we put in 25, so there will be weeks that I can't put anything on the tracker because it just isn't enough. But now we can do that. Okay, so now we've got, that is our month ahead, and emergency is getting 125. So we've got 120 and 5. So emergency is getting 125. And now that one has plus 195. So we've got 320. So 320. And I think we can do, no we can't. So we can do 1 more of these. We can only do 1 more. So in each tracker, I filled them out. I've decided how much I needed to fund the category. And however many of these I get, it fully funds that category. So that is it for my emergency fund and my 1 month ahead binder. Whew, finally. Now we get back to this. Okay, so rainy day is going to get 20. And rainy day, I'll do this while we're in here, has 20. So rainy day now has 30. Home maintenance is going to get 25. And I'll fill out this one after. I'll fill out my trackers after, so this doesn't become the longest video in the universe. So that one now has 25 added. Yard and garden is going to get 5. Health is going to get 25. Travel, we're skipping home deposit. Travel is going to get 10. That's travel and trips. Wellness is going to get 8. And the reason it's getting 8 is because it has 92, and I just wanted to bring it up to an even 100. We are taking a family trip to Iceland in May, and so that is, I'm kind of focused on that as well. Hobbies is going to get 10. Giving is going to get 50. My son is running the Boston Marathon, so in April, and I want to pump that category up for him. Now we're going to move on to my celebrations and special events binder, or holidays. Each one of these, my boys, is going to get 5. And this is just extra money that they get if they need it, or they want it, or they anything. Birthdays is going to get 15. And that is, my son has a birthday coming up the end of this month, and I wanted to bring that to an even 200. Gifts is going to be skipped. Celebrate is going to get 30. And again, I'm bringing this one up. It has 70, and I'm bringing this up to an even 100. Seasonal activities is going to get 10, and this category I'm also bringing up. I kind of had to go through it and take some from that. Together is not getting anything. Holiday, which is our next holiday, is Valentine's Day, and that is getting 15. And whatever we don't use in this category rolls to the next holiday, and then we move the next holiday into the on deck. It was easier for me than to have all of these 15 holidays. I'm just funding 2 holidays, the one coming up and the next one, and then they roll and kind of fund each other. So, and then Christmas I'm going to get to, but Christmas we're going to be doing 50. So we'll do a 50 right there. And Thanksgiving is also going to get 50. So Thanksgiving is going to get 50. And then Christmas, I've moved into this new Christmas binder that I made. And because I'm not playing sort of Christmas games right now, this is a fun way to kind of keep track of this money. So 50 is going in here. And so I'm just going to find my next 50. And this is just a fun way to save for your Christmas money. I figured with my other goals right now, playing in my Christmas binder, I'll wait until like July or, you know, something like that to start doing that. But I thought this was a really cute way to do that. Okay, so there's that. And then my 20, ooh, this is interesting. I might be missing, how am I missing? So Christmas got 50, Thanksgiving got, wait a minute, let me look at my Thanksgiving. How much did I put 50 in Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving should be getting 5. Whew, thank goodness I have my cash plan sheet off to the side. That would have been terrible. Okay, so now we're going on to my last binders. My 50 envelope binder, I rolled the dice, and I got $7 for my 4th week. So I'm going to do the 4, and we got 5, 6, 7. And I'm using the Bethany Budgets tracker for this. I did make this, I made this binder. And so we're going to put $7. I roll a 50-sided die, and I decided whatever I roll is what I put in. And so that's going to get that, and it's going to be fun to see what I kind of collect at the end. And then my 5K, which feeds into our family travel trip in May. And so we're going to put in $50. So we're going to do 20, 30, 40, and 50. And so that will go right here until I can move it to the first slot, which is 200. So this is kind of a tracker for the tracker. And this is from Lena Lally, and this is from Iris Budgets. I watched one of her videos and learned how to make the binder, which I'm super pumped about. She wasn't selling to the United States, and so I just made it. So this one we're also putting in 50, so we'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. The good news is if I only have $5 to put in this, I only put $5 in it. But right now, we're working on another 200. This is a big saver. My goal is 10,000, so this is a big one. You know, even $5 towards your $10,000 goal is progress. It's, you know, it's you're just trying to move the ball forward. You know, it's trying to move it all. But anyway, let's now do my favorite part. This is my favorite part. Playing some games. So with my leftover money, I am going to play. So we have 10, 20, 30, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 54. So we have $54, which is quite a lot going into this binder. And what I'm going to do, so this is 7. And I don't know if I have a 7-sided dice, but How should I do this? I'll do an 8-sided die, and if I land on, that's 9. If I land on 8, we will re-roll. 7. So this is Cash But Cute. This is Cash But Cute's annual challenge. And so we are going to do, what do we want to do for the snowman? Let's do a red scarf and a red hat. And I will put in, I'm actually going to put in 10. So each one of these snowmans is worth 5. I'm a terrible colorer, and I'm drawn to these coloring challenges, which is so ironic. Okay, so that's that. Cash But Cute. Her challenges are just gorgeous. Okay. 1. Oh, nice. I love this one. I haven't played this one yet. So this is from Soph's Budgeting Life, and this is Winter This or That. Let me grab. I should probably just have a fun color out. Okay, so chocolate chip cookies or gingerbread man. 100% chocolate chip cookies. So that's 5. Let it melt or let it snow. Oof. Okay, so I like it snowing a little bit, and then I'm over it, and then I want it to melt. So I probably wanted to let it melt more. I'm originally from California. We've lived on the East Coast for at least 15 years. I love the snow, but I'm definitely a let it melter. So we're going to put in 10. What about you guys? I love it to snow, but I also only love it to snow a little bit. Does that count? All right. 2. Awesome. Well, I love this one. You guys know me and my roll and match. Okay, so let's put this right here, and let's grab. Now we got to dig through this, and I got it. So pink, pink, purple. So pink, pink, purple. And now I have to find, is that the purple I used? Pink, pink. That's not the purple. So purple, no, that's not it. Man, why can't I find my markers today? This one must be it. Purple, pink, pink, purple. Oh, that's what I got last roll. And pink, and that's going to be 10. I think we're not going to be able to play this for much longer. So we'll put that in there. This one has $20 because I haven't had a match yet. And we'll put this off to the side because in case we get it again. 4. I love this one. This is from Grounded Budgets. Oh wait, and this is from The Rocking Witch. Roll and Match, The Rocking Witch, and Soph's Budgeting Life. So we will put in this one. Let's do 2 because we're putting so much in those other 2. And put that right there. We got number 6. This challenge is from My Money Matters, and we are going to put $5 in, and we'll do a pink. Net that cash. I love this challenge. She has a bunch of digital downloads on her Etsy. I just love butterflies. It's going to be so pretty when this one's finished. Okay, so that's $5. So we have $15 in that one. 5. This is the Lemonade Stand by Bethany Budgets, and we will put in 5. Her challenges are so pretty, and this one will save you $55. And we have $10. We have $15 now. Okay. 6. Let's do this one. That's a pretty maroon color. I don't know what this comes across as on camera, but it's really pretty. And I don't know why all my challenges are like color when I'm the worst. I'm probably the worst color on planet Earth. Maybe I need a little more zen in my life, especially after the last couple days. Okay, game night or movie night? Okay, young Lori, definitely movie night. Today, Lori, game night all the way. I love game night. Oh no, oh yeah, I do. I have 5. I was thinking it was 10. So now this one has $15, and this is from Soap Spudging Life. And then now we have $2 left, and let's see if there's anything for 2. Can't do that one. We could do that one. So let's do the lemonade stand. And we'll put $2 more into this one, which is awesome. So now this one has 10, 15, 16, 17. And this money all gets reallocated when the challenges get finished to my sinking funds. And this is from Bethany Budgets. And that is going to do it. We made it. We made it. This week feels like that moment in winter when you realize I made it through the hardest part. Not because everything is perfect, but just because you stayed present. You didn't spiral, you didn't quit. You just kept showing up. And if you're rebuilding right now like I am, financially or emotionally, I hope this reminds you that steady progress still counts. Wintering can still be productive. But thank you so much for being with me today. If this video felt calm or grounding or gave you a little bit of the spark that you needed to either start your cash journey or continue your cash journey, it really helps us support this channel. So please like and subscribe. And if you're new here, welcome. Drop your channel down below. I would love to follow your journey. And until next time, keep saving smarter, spending intentionally, and pouring into a life you love. I hope you have a great weekend.